Man, I wanted to like this shoe so bad. This is the Air Jordan Air Rev golf shoe. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Yeah, this is an interesting review. I have literally just gotten home from playing 18 holes in these bad boys, and so the feelings and the emotions are raw. But before we get into the performance review and I give you my ultimate thoughts on these sneakers, let's quickly just run through what these things are. Right, so is this cool or is this ridiculous? You put your feet in the shoes, you put the old strap on, and then, bro, you dial yourself in, man. So this is a brand new Jordan golf shoe. It's not just another Air Jordan Retro that has been converted into a golf shoe. It's not like it's another classic silhouette that's just been updated with the Jordan logo on it. No, this is from the ground up, if you like, technologically advanced, almost pioneering vanguard Jordan golf shoe. They're called the Air Rev, and Air Rev stands for rotational energy velocity. And it's also a double entendre to speak about the revolutionary design that these things have. First things first, the packaging is nondescript. It's pretty boring. I'm wondering whether or not they could have gone maybe through some extra trouble to give this some signature packaging, because the price point on these things is pretty expensive. These were 230 pounds, which is 250 bucks. I managed to pick these up from Trendy Golf with a little bit of a discount, 40 pounds. So these ran me 190 quid, which is putting these into a pretty competitive space in the golf shoe market, alongside some really up there shoes from a number of different brands. Let's talk a little bit about the aesthetics of the shoe, because I think this particular silhouette is going to divide opinion. They look a bit like a golf shoe, they look a little bit like a Jordan, but they have this almost bulbous, sort of bulky look to them. And because they have this cross body bag type strap thing going on and this dial lacing system on the tongue, they kind of have a bit of a spaceship futuristic feel about them, which is an aesthetic that I think isn't going to be to everybody's taste. I feel like this is a golf shoe for people that are genuinely into performance basketball sneakers. They like the sporty aesthetic and they want to carry that through over onto the course. But for the more discerning, the more discreet, dare I say traditional golf shoe fan, these are probably looking a little bit like absolute monstrosities. The colorway is fire. It's white with the UNC blue, so call it a UNC colorway if you want to. I wouldn't be mad at that. In terms of the materials, okay, they're waterproof, which is sweet. You've got this synthetic leather upper, you've got a little bit of what feels like maybe it's hot melts right around the toe cap area. You've got some perforations around the toe box to help with the breathability. You also got a pull tab on the back to help you slip in and slip out. I'm not sure exactly what type of material this is on the tongue, but it does feel very synthetic. You've got the elastic on the pouches, synthetic leather on the tongue, synthetic liner. I think it's the Formula 23 foam on the midsole, which is cushy for sure. The TPU anchor plates on the back, and then obviously the disc lacing system with the really narrow nylon laces. Materially, they don't feel super premium, and these things did crease up massively. So the big selling points, or the big fuss, the big faff, all of the talk about this shoe is with regard to its technology and its innovation and its forward thinking. Basically, this strap that runs across the side houses a little pouch inside the sidewall there, and inside this pouch you've got some foam pods. Trail foot is supposed to have the Air Zoom foam, which is just the air, and it's pumped up to like 15 psi or something like that. And then on the inside of the lead foot, you have the Formula 23 foam. And the whole idea of these foam pods is they are supposed to help you feel the pressure when you take the club back in your backswing. You're supposed to feel the foam on the outside of the foot, and then you're supposed to push off as you create that rotational velocity through the swing onto the lead foot, where you achieve your balance on the follow through and hit through the ball. So these pods are supposed to give you the type of feedback. One of the designers I remember reading described it as having like an accelerator and then a brake system. The lacing system is a little bit like the old Puma discs. Do you guys remember the Puma discs from back in the day? So it's basically a winding locking system where you wind it and the laces get tighter, and then if you want to release it, you just click it over and then you pull to release. So in terms of like getting in and getting out of these things, yeah, absolutely no problem. And you can custom fit them by just cranking the dial. So we have external air, we've got Formula 23 foam, we've got the flight lock system, torque maximized so that you can achieve maximum rotational velocity through the golf swing, achieving maximum balance on the follow through thanks to the Formula 23 foam. You can customize the fit thanks to the dialing lace lock system. Yes, I have read the brochure, but does any of this stuff actually work? Well, let's talk about it. First and foremost, fits and just general comfort. So I went true to size. I picked a UK 9.5, and when you first slip into these things, they are pretty comfy. Like, they are nice and lightweight. There is a nice amount of cushioning around the ankle collar. The insole is pretty solid. And so if you wanted to pick a pair of these up, then I would suggest going true to size or maybe a half size up. When it comes to playing in these things, I've got to say, my experience with these things was not good. I played 18 holes today at Porter's Park in these things, which is a pretty long course. It's a pretty hilly course, played off the back tees as well. And honestly, after like 12 holes, my left foot was absolutely killing. Heel of my foot was knacking. I wasn't getting like blisters or anything from the rub, but I was starting to feel a little bit cramped in the left foot. And I even loosened these things right off. I took the strap down, because what I'll tell you now is that when you have the strap tightened up and when you have the lace locked down, you do feel secure in there for sure, but you feel really, really constricted. And when you're playing golf, like, you don't want to feel necessarily mad constriction in the foot, because you need to be able to have the shoes sort of expand when you're exploding onto your shots and trying to find balance. These feel like you're really locked down tight, and that constricted feeling definitely was wearing on me around halfway through the round today. I was honestly hating wearing these after like 10, 11 holes today. I wanted to like chuck them off. In terms of feeling the foam and the rotational velocity, bro, when you're playing golf, you don't really think about, can I feel the pressure in the shoe at this point of the swing? Can I feel it on the through swing? I didn't really get the whole foam. If anything, this whole strap thing did more to make me uncomfortable than anything else. The traction pattern on the plate, as well as the integrated spikes, are fine. Like, grip wise, these were solid. But in terms of a performance golf shoe that's comfortable, bro, these were not it for me. So the other big question when it comes to reviewing the golf shoes is, how easy are these things to clean and how easy are they to maintain? Well, bro, it's an all white golf shoe. If you've had white golf shoes before, you'll know that they don't tend to last particularly long, looking really fresh and clean. In terms of like the wear, when it comes to the creasing, yeah, these have creased up pretty massively right around the toe area straight away, which, you know, is gonna happen. There's no real big dramas there. In terms of like the before and the after, you can see here, this is what these look like after 18 holes today. Dry conditions, I was everywhere. And after a quick scrub, they do come up clean, but they're a little bit annoying to maintain because you've got to take the straps apart and you've got to kind of get underneath the straps and you've got to clean the straps. And because this blue material is likely to bleed out onto the rest of the materials, you got to make sure you dry them properly as well. So I wouldn't say for a second these things are the easiest shoes to maintain, for sure. But they do scrub up well, and if you do look after them, yeah, sweet as. So the big question is, are these great performance golf shoes or are these just gimmicks? And honestly, I feel like my opinion is definitely tainted because of how my feet felt today after wearing them. Maybe on another day, if I took them out again, I would feel different about them. I'm not saying that this is going to be for everybody. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that have a pair of these that maybe found them really comfortable and are absolutely loving them. I can only go from my own personal experience, but bro, these have got to be the most uncomfy shoes I've worn for golf, like off the rip. As someone that regularly rocks new golf shoes like all the time, you guys have been rocking with me on the channel now, you know what I do, man. I buy the shoes, I chuck them on, I go straight out to play in them, and I walk 18 holes in them. This is the first pair of brand new golf shoes that I've worn where I've wanted to take them off after 9 holes, 10 holes. So whilst that's my opinion, that doesn't necessarily need to carry over to anyone and everyone. That's just how I found them. Not particularly comfortable. I didn't really feel the merits of the foam technology. The aesthetic is a little bit funky and a little bit freaky and a little bit out there. I think as a summer colorway, summer banger, these could still definitely get some miles. Right now, this would be the pair of golf shoes in my collection that I would play in last. No cap. So for me, these Air Revs are a little bit more on the gimmicky side than they are on the performance side. I think the technology is like cool in practice. It's a nice thought, it's a nice idea, but it seems like it's more about the marketing than it is about actually making a difference to your scores on the course, where I feel like you just want to be comfortable. Like that has to be the main priority, and I feel like they've gone maybe a little bit too slap happy with the technology, where they've forgotten about just making a nice, comfy, good looking golf shoe. So yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. If you've recently come up on a pair and you're not liking what you're hearing, apologies. I can honestly only just go off what I felt playing in them today. I didn't actually play too bad, to be honest. I played right around handicap, so I'm not even like trying to blame these for a bad day at the office. It's just my feet were knacking at the end of the round. I could not wait to take these off. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Air Revs. Let me know what you guys thought down below. Do you like this shoe? Do you think it's a W shoe? Do you think it's an L shoe? And I will see you guys on the next video coming out very soon. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.